It's Swimmer BC, and as promised, I'm back with a review of the Apple Wireless Keyboard. If you missed part 1, the unboxing, please click down, go to my channel, take a look. So here's the device itself, and I'll be right back with the review. Okay guys, so here's the review of the actual device. If you have a MacBook or MacBook Pro, it's basically the identical keyboard, minus of course the backlight key. Instead you get an open F5 and F6 key. Overall, it's a very good design. It consists of 78 individual chiclet style keys. They're individual, and I mean by saying that, as opposed to other computers where the key actually overlaps the space. Here you can clearly see the aluminum space. It looks like it's made out of one piece of the dulled polished aluminum. Here you can see the power, the battery compartment icon. It's incredibly thin, as you can see it right here. It's very thin. Here's the battery compartment, and the Bluetooth emitter is right there. The range over is actually fairly good. I can go a couple rooms away, and the range still seems good. There's the power icon. It's got rubber backing with FCC information, Apple logo, and 2 rubber feet here, and then 2 rubber feet here. Here you can see the battery goes in over here. Now, I'll admit it that it did help to actually get used to, because I was used to the Apple keyboard. But if you're new to Apple overall, it does take some getting used to, because I wasn't really accustomed to the Apple-style keys. It also does help, although some coders may not like this because they actually use function keys. Since I don't use function keys, I thought it was very useful that they included brightness, expose, dashboard, play, back, forward, mute, and 2 volume keys, as well as an eject key. Again, this might be a disadvantage for some coders who actually use function keys repeatedly. Again, I think this is a very solid product. It seems to do its job. There also might be another disadvantage, because again, for coders, because although they do include the numbers 1 through 0 up there, there is no number pad on the side, which would be very helpful, especially if you're doing a lot of inputs. Now, although on Apple's website there is no support for this on Windows, I've actually tried it out on my Boot Camp partition, and it seemed to work fairly well. I mean, the brightness keys don't work. All the function keys work well, but the special input keys don't. Again, it's a fairly solid design. One more disadvantage that I forgot to mention is that although if you're using a dual monitor display like mine, and I'm not using an Apple display, I'm using a Dell display currently, if you're not using a dual monitor design, the brightness keys will work fine if you're working singly with your MacBook or your iMac. But if you are using a dual monitor display and you're using the larger non-Apple made display as your principal monitor, unfortunately the brightness keys don't work and can't control the brightness on your third-party monitor. Again, if you're using a cinema display, the wireless keyboard does control the display, and you do have separate brightness controls on your other laptop keyboard. So again, I know I've said this about 100 times, but this is a very solid product. It was a little pricey. I wouldn't have paid as much as I did. Unfortunately, I know I'm a brand snob if it wasn't made by Apple, but I liked how it looked. I loved the feel of it, and I felt like I needed a wireless keyboard. So, again, thanks for watching. Just please rate, comment, and subscribe for more.